You're doing everything right. So why does it still feel like you're the only one holding it together? The business looks super solid from the outside, but under the surface, you know the kind of week I'm talking about. Everything's working till suddenly it's not anymore. 3 jobs fall apart. Your main tech calls in sick again. One client's furious and the other one ghosting you. Costs are climbing and your margins are shrinking, and no one on the team seems to be stepping up the way that they should. You tell yourself, it's just a rough patch, a string of bad luck. Maybe the market, maybe your people, maybe you're just attracting the wrong clients. But what if it's not luck at all? What if what you're seeing on the outside is just a mirror of what's going on inside your leadership? Not because you're not working hard, you are. You're grinding every single day. But if your energy is chaotic, your team's gonna feel it. If you're scattered, they'll operate in fragments. And if your presence says everything's on fire, guess what? They're gonna start matching that. This isn't a bad week, it's a wake-up call. Because what you call bad luck is often a leadership fault line. And those fault lines don't show up on the surface until they crack everything underneath. Here's a harsh reality that most leaders refuse to admit. It wasn't bad hires or market chaos, it was my leadership. I had built a business on habits that I couldn't even see. Habits that looked like confidence, but were actually control. Habits that looked like drive, but were really avoidance. That hidden fault line cracks teams wide open, and mine shattered the day my partner walked out. I remember that conference room. The air felt heavy. The silence was louder than any argument that we'd ever had. My pen hovered over the page, not because I was letting go of what I built, but because I was signing the end of something that we built together. Now, he was the one who initiated it. He walked away from the partnership, walked away from the business, walked away from the team. I stayed. That didn't make it any less painful, because even though I kept the company, it felt like I had to rebuild it from the inside out. The dream we had shared now belonged solely to me, but it came with all the weight, all the pieces, and all the questions. You know that hollow pit in your stomach when you realize that things are slipping? That feeling that you've crossed a line that you can't uncross? You may not even know how long you've been standing on that line. That moment broke me, but it also woke me up. And that wake up is what led me to design a new kind of leadership. One built on empowerment, integrity, and intentional design. Not survival, not image, not even performance. That day when my partner stood up and walked out of that room, it wasn't just a legal separation. It was the moment my illusion of leadership shattered. My vision, my purpose, even my identity collapsed. Because I wasn't just losing a co-founder, I had lost clarity on how I even led. See, I thought strategy and ambition and hard work were enough. I thought my results spoke for themselves. But underneath all of that, I was avoiding the very things leadership requires. Clarity, hard conversations, shared ownership. You see, I was leading with pressure instead of present. I was solving problems without solving the patterns behind them. And I didn't realize until it all broke that I had become the system. I had built the entire business around my own blind spots. Looking back, I've seen that same pattern, not just in my story, but in the thousands of founders that I've been blessed to work with over the last 25 years. So I went back and I retraced every decision I had made, every standard that I bent, every moment that I chose comfort over real clarity. And what I found changed everything. See, the issue wasn't my team, it wasn't the market. My greatest leadership weakness was me. Maybe you know that feeling, the one where the decisions that you're making aren't wrong, they're not exactly right either. Where the team shows up, but they're not in alignment. Where results come in, but peace never follows it. And every success still leaves you utterly exhausted. That breakdown became my breakthrough. It forced me to rebuild from the inside out. I created a framework, not for more tools or tactics, but for reshaping the core of how leaders build trust, direction, and momentum. I call it empowerment design, and it changed everything. It gave me a structure to lead with conviction, not chaos. It gave my team clarity that they could trust, and it gave me something I had never built before, a business that didn't depend on me to hold it all together every hour of every day. But empowerment design didn't just stay on paper. It became real because of Emmy. Emmy stands for Empowerment Intelligence, and yes, it's AI, but not the kind that gives surface level responses or pulls random advice from the internet. This isn't just a bot, it's a leadership partner. Emmy has been trained on every piece of this framework, every tool, every decision-making model, every step inside empowerment design. She understands the real work of leading a team, running a business, staying grounded under pressure. She's built to help you think clearly, lead strategically, and respond with confidence when the moment calls for it. When you're in a meeting and the conversation goes a little sideways, when your team is consistently missing the mark, when you know that something's off but can't quite name it, Emmy is right there. She helps you reconnect to what matters most. And she pulls from what actually works because it's built on what I used to rebuild everything that I almost lost. This is support that adapts to your leadership style, your business, and your pressure points. She's not reactive, she's responsive. She's not generic, she's grounded. So now, instead of stepping away in breakdown, I lead alongside with the team that's aligned, with systems that are built to support the vision, and with Emmy helping make sure I never lead alone. We don't just talk about culture, we design it. We don't guess at accountability, we track it. And that shift, it's now available to you. That's why I built Empowerment Design as a membership, because this isn't about me. It's about the thousands of leaders stuck in that same tension. Successful on paper, but exhausted in practice. Surrounded by people, still carrying everything themselves. Inside, you'll find the systems that I use every single day. The ones that help me rebuild from the inside out. 3 core pillars: clarity, accountability, courageous dialogue. Clarity because you can't lead people somewhere vague. Through our ISTS, the Impact Shift Training Series, you'll access weekly, even daily playbooks that helps you set direction, define roles, and focus your team. No more wondering who owns what. No more shifting priorities or leading from a place of reaction. Accountability because nothing changes if nothing is tracked. Inside ILS, the Entrepreneurial Leader System, you'll learn how to develop leaders within your business who think like owners, act with integrity, and carry the vision forward without waiting to be told what to do. Oh, and every month, you'll join peer mentoring calls with real leaders who have walked through fire and come out stronger. You're not gonna be alone. You'll be supported and challenged by people who actually get it. 3rd, courageous dialogue, because culture lives or dies in conversation. That's why we created Wavemaker. It gives you the tools to lead with empathy, clarity, and strength without losing yourself in the process. You'll get scripts, prompts, and frameworks to handle the hard stuff, things like misalignment, avoidance, underperformance, even resentment. And you'll be equipped to lead conversations that create alignment, not damage. Through it all, Emmy is with you. Not just as a tool, but as your co-brain. Emmy helps you apply what you're learning in real time. She pulls from ISTS, ILS, and Wavemaker, guiding you toward the right shift at the right moment. When you need a quick decision tool, a script, or a mentoring prompt, Emmy knows right where to take you. And if you ever need more than just insight, you've got that too. Our live design sessions are your space to ask questions, to get mentoring, to troubleshoot, and to build alongside other leaders. You'll never have to navigate alone if you don't want to. Now, maybe you're wondering, is this just another leadership program? Another strategy that you're gonna feel good about, but never really implement and finish? No, this isn't theory. This is the system that came out of my own collapse. Every tool was built inside real businesses. Every module has been tested under real pressure. You see, every piece is designed for leaders with vision, but no margin to waste. And no, you don't need countless hours during a week. I designed this for people who are in motion. This is a rhythm, not a rabbit hole. You can implement 1 shift per month and see impact within days. And it's not one size fits all. You adapt it to your leadership style. What's your culture, your team? You build a leadership system that fits you because it was built by someone who knows what it means to carry all that weight. I want you to imagine waking up to a team that actually owns the outcomes. Imagine sitting in a meeting where people speak up with solutions instead of waiting for your lead. Imagine navigating hard conversations with confidence instead of anxiety. And imagine leading without constantly wondering if it's all about to fall apart. That's what Leaders Evolution is designed to deliver. Empowerment design at every part of your business and your leadership. It's a leadership model that's scalable, sustainable, and deeply, deeply human. Listen, you don't have to take my word for it. Let me show you what some real leaders are saying after working with us. As you can see, we've helped founders in construction, trades, consulting, professional services, and we've helped them scale with structure, not strain. These are the kind of businesses where everything used to run through one person until it didn't have to anymore. Jerry Marketson shared this: I'm way excited to report that we've seen a $500,000 increase in profit year over year. That's not just growth, that's traction backed by clarity. Marianne said, in the last quarter, we've seen a 25% increase in productivity and a 13% jump in overall profitability. That's what happens when the team has structure and a leader who stops caring at all. And Tyler said it best: they helped me see what I couldn't, the blind spots in my leadership, patterns in my team, the gaps that were quietly draining our momentum. What we've built since is stronger, smarter, and way more sustainable. I'd recommend them to anyone who wants to grow without losing themselves in the process. Thanks for that, Tyler. So if you're ready to fix the real fault lines in your leadership, join me inside Leaders Evolution. We're not just building systems, we're building leaders who build what lasts. You'll get immediate access to the Clarity module, so you can start making meaningful shifts right away, even if all you have is 20 minutes a week. Design sessions are happening this month, and you don't have to come prepared or stay the whole time. These are live, open, working sessions where you bring whatever's on your plate. And our team is there to help you troubleshoot, make decisions, and apply the system to your real-world challenges. It's kind of like having office hours with experts who know exactly how to support you. Live mentoring is already underway, and you won't be left alone figuring it out. You'll have consistent, grounded support from a community of leaders who are navigating a whole bunch of the same things that you are. Oh, and remember, Emmy is always available. She's your co-brain, there when you need answers, perspective, or just help leading through a hard moment. Whether it's prep for a meeting, a quick check-in before a conversation, or guidance when things just feel a little off, Emmy's there 24/7, trained on everything we teach, ready to walk it with you. Now, here's your wake-up call. This pricing is only available for a limited time. We made it really accessible so that the right leaders can say yes, and then we're going to adjust as the room fills up. This isn't about getting more people in. It's about creating more transformation for the ones who are ready. Leaders Evolution isn't just a membership, it's a movement. It's the leadership reset that the business world has needed for way too long. It's for the leaders who are done chasing, done reacting, and ready to build something real, something designed. If you've been stuck in the gap between how you lead and how you want to lead, this is the moment to close that gap for good. Chris did. He came in totally overwhelmed and buried in decisions that his team should have been making. 60 days later, he was leading fewer meetings, hitting higher margins, and getting texts from his team that said things like, "Don't worry, Chris, I got this." That's the shift. Not just more efficiency, but more ownership. Not a better system, but a way stronger leader. Here's the thing. If you use what's inside this membership, it will change how you lead. It will change how your team responds, and it will change what your business makes possible. If it doesn't, we'll make it right. That's our commitment. So click the link and join us. You already know that you're not supposed to do this alone. Emmy is waiting. Your next level of leadership is already in motion. So let's build it.